So here in topic 2, in the previous topic we basically defined economics as a sort of science of scarcity. And the idea was what is the framework? What is the decision framework for making decisions? Decisions based on the fact that we only have so many resources and we're trying to meet lots of wants and needs. And so what topic 2 does is topic 2 then looks at a particular kind of choice that's made. In fact, the topic 2, the textbook chapter is Choice in a World of Scarcity, which is exactly what economics deals with. And what I do in this topic is I actually combine 2 chapters. I combine chapter 2 and chapter 20. So you'll notice here chapter 2 and 20 both listed here. And the reason why both are listed here is because one of the choices that's made within a society is what will be produced and what will they trade with other countries for other products. Because economists really disagree about most everything, but one thing they almost universally agree about is the statement that free trade benefits all. Free trade benefits all. Now, before you think, well, geez, in a developing country they make shoes and the kids make it, and those kids are really poor, and it's horrible working conditions. That's absolutely true. But what economic theory is trying to state in a non-ethical framework, meaning not applying any ethical standards to it, what we're trying to say is that that developing country that decides to produce the shoes, making those shoes, they're the most efficient and productive at producing those shoes and then trading them for other goods that they need so that they can become more developed. And so what we try to do in this chapter here then is we talk about what is it that a country, when it decides to produce one thing, it has to give up something else. That something else that's given up is a very important concept called the opportunity cost. In fact, this is one of the few terms that when you leave economics, if you can remember what this term is, you'll have earned your tuition. I will have earned your tuition dollars and you will have spent your tuition dollars wisely. That the opportunity cost is the highest valued alternative foregone. The highest valued thing that you gave up instead of doing something else. So those opportunity costs, we compare them across countries. And those countries that have the lowest opportunity cost then produce that product because they give up the least to produce that product. Right? We can make shoes here in the United States. We absolutely can. But when you think of the other products then that we give up just to make shoes, when in another country it'd be making shoes or making nothing at all, well, then the opportunity cost of making shoes is 0, because otherwise they'd be doing nothing at all, right? It's an idle resource. And so that's what we get to in here, is that using then the concept of opportunity cost and choices being made, you'll calculate comparative advantage, and you'll calculate the terms of trades between countries. And you'll draw your first graph. In both of these chapters, a graph known as the production possibilities frontier, where we're basically dealing with the slope of this curve is the opportunity cost, how much oil is given up to produce more corn. That's the concept of opportunity cost, and it's also the slope of this production possibilities frontier. A production possibilities frontier that you're exposed to first in chapter 2, and then you apply it in chapter 20. So we use that graph then, the production possibilities frontier, and the concept of countries trading with each other to then lead into topic 3, which is then the discussion of demand and supply.